No, not yet.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another edition of the show! Trek Wednesday, stardate 2016.356 at 22:07 Eastern Standard Time. We just want to say thank you very much for sticking around with us for the year of 2016. We've had a lot of faces and guests on the show, and we just want to say thank you, the audience, and everybody who listens out there for tuning in, for offering suggestions, for asking questions, for challenging us to do better and be better in this game, as well as to be better people conveying information to everybody. So I just want to take that moment and say thank you very much. We have some guests here tonight as we're doing a simultaneous stream over here. First off, we have the usual ship porn extraordinaire maestro, our chief emergency role-playing officer who only does DPS in space because he's that good. Zef from ZEFilms.
What up?
We have, for our first time here on the show, the zombie who somehow got a spaceship and is flying it in space and teaching people how to get good and spam Spacebar while spinning around mindlessly like a zombie. Astro Zombie himself, welcome to the show, sir.
Hello.
And a returning engineer who also doubles over as a science officer every once in a while just because he can. He is the founder of the Agronauts, Zerg. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
All right, we have our usual folks around who are SOB, SarcasmDetector, and Protius. They're either engaged in more work, or different games right now between SWTOR and World of Warcraft. So you're slaying dragons, or you're slaying fictitious little beings that have like this force thing power and whatnot. You know, fantasies. Both of them are just fantasies because Star Trek is real, people.
Well, the other one we're working on bail, so it's coming. Don't worry, we're coming SOB.
What he said. Anyway, just want to do a shout out here for we have Pax, we have Talon. You know what? I want to see where Nature is, man, because Nature is going to be on here soon, and I believe Ernest Ramos will be on here. He's the Sci-Torp guru extraordinaire who did some really amazing things with DPS under fire. And that right there, that one who just pretty much said, I'm going to take this ship and I'm going to throw all science abilities on there and I'm going to tank the hell out of everything and kill it all and be done with it. And Ernest, E30 Ernest, you earn a big 2 thumbs up in my book right now because you did something that a lot of people said couldn't be done or thought couldn't be done. You did it, and you did it in style. We're going to put the link in there in the show notes later on as soon as I remember to review and write it down. You know what? I'll just write it down right now. Zef.
Yeah,
Sorry, go on.
Well, no, it just shout out to Ernest and stuff like that, dude. Every time I'm at end of run and I'm like, who the hell was eating my pie? And I look, it's always Ernest. And I'm like, God, son of a...
Now you know the goddamn feeling. Stop eating my goddamn pie.
Hold on. Says Mr. 160 something over here eating the damn pizza.
Motherfucker, 178, alright?
Oh, my bad. I must have been asleep on that one.
I've gotten good and I spam Spacebar now.
That's what he does now.
Yeah, well, you know what? Step into my arena, High Space Elite. We'll see you there.
I'm not ready for that yet.
Oh, you're ready. You're more than ready.
That shit's cray.
No, don't you worry. I'm coming for that record soon. Oh, I'm setting up a team.
It's okay. Because I'm going to wait for that power creep to shift over to torpedoes.
I was drinking, Odin. Warning before, please.
Oh, it's gonna be good times. Anyway, Zef, give me some highlights, man. 2016. What's your biggest standout moments for you?
Me personally or on the show?
Just anything related to Star Trek Online. Biggest standout moments for you.
Shit.
Aside from you being featured in like 2 or 3 different gaming online publications and recognized and have your work being showcased by about 900 different people.
I forgot about that shit. The first thing that actually popped into my mind as like something that sticks out for this is actually for the show, but the first thing that sticks out is our very first developer interview with Maria Rosa. That was a fucking awesome night. Like, what was that? Over 3-hour interview. So much fun. That sticks out in my head a lot.
That thing was phenomenal, and we always had the rumor going around by the public that Cryptic is afraid of us, or we're just gonna berate and bash any sort of dev interview or producer, or whoever comes on the show. And she was brave, gutsy. Nah, she wasn't. She wanted to come on the show. We wanted to have her on the show for a long time. She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it, whatever." And we had the best jam session ever. And that opened the door for other interviews to come in here. And each one of them, unless they're lying to us, each one of them said they had a great time in doing it. We asked the tough questions. We also got to know them. We got to know what they do and how they learn things over here. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. That one was like one of the big primo moments there where we actually got to hear them and understand with them and joke with them, and go back and forth with it. And learn exactly what they're doing in this game, and we get a better understanding of what the heck is going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely. And then, this doesn't mean that this sticks out any less to my mind, but we had Thomas Maroney and Donnie. I can't remember his last name. But Donnie was the new developer who joined the Cryptic team and came like straight out of the box swinging and gave us those awesome JJ interiors. Like that was another good interview. We found out the origin of Thomas the Cat's nickname. That was a funny story.
Yes, that one was.
We gotta link those episodes in the show notes somewhere around there, because that is some really good stuff on there. I will definitely say this. I like the time period where I got to beat up on Cryptic Rock, and it was just something there where we were like, hey, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this, and then SOB's trolling me about torpedoes left and right. Like he usually does. And Cryptic Rock was just, jumping in with him. Zerg, what about you? Moments in STL for 2016.
Oh, I don't know. Probably Agents of Yesterday. That was a good release. And it was relatively smooth as far as Cryptic releases go. And it had a lot of good content with it.
I would say this, for as far as big updates, big content updates, that was one of the smoothest ones for 2016 for any game. I mean, it rivaled some big name titles out there. That's how good it was. Anything else that you think would be like, 2016, this would be good to remember for Star Trek or Star Trek Online?
Ship production was at an all-time high this year.
Yeah, there were really good ships that came out this year. A lot of really good ships.
There was a lot of power creep that came with those ships.
Yeah,
Like
but
tons.
most of the power creep didn't have anything to do with the ships. The skill revamp was 90% of the power creep.
What about you, Astro? Biggest standout for 2016 in Stowe?
Okay. All right. The lag fix. Yeah, I muted myself. the lag fix. That was absolutely the biggest freaking thing for me because, I mean, somebody who runs ISA, HSE, you know, over and over again, huge improvement.
What you mean? No more SNRs and crazy. Oh look, I hit an ability and 9 seconds later it goes on cooldown, but nothing happens.
Well, I mean, it still happens here and there. It's not as, I mean, dude, it's not like what it was before. I mean, those instances were unplayable for months, and they fixed it. And you know that came with the agents of yesterday and stuff like that. They fixed it. I'm happy. I'm living gold now. So I mean, I'm able to sit there and pump out videos. You know, I take requests, I do the videos, I pump them out. That's it.
Anything else?
Oh, well, I mean, we got quite a few new ships this year, too. I mean, a lot of ships. Alan's done all the port on those. I'm playing with them as we speak. I'm setting up the, what is it? Alan, what's the,
Sutherland.
the Sutherland. I just got it tonight, working on it. I'm having fun. I've had fun with the Keldon. I had fun with the new Jem'Hadar ship, the new Jem'Hadar escort thing. Working on it, dude.
Yeah, if I touching on the ships, if I was to pick like a personal highlight for myself for this year, would have been it would be the was being given the opportunity to do kind of exclusive looks for or exclusive videos on the ships before they were even available to the public, so people can get a good look at them and figure out if they really wanted to go and get it before it hit the C-store or shit like that. That was a really cool, exciting part of this year for me.
I think that was one of the smarter moves Cryptic made for the year, as far as marketing is concerned, because you make much better videos than their marketing people do.
And it was a harder time for our friendship because I wanted to know about those ships and you would not give in. I tried, dude. I bribed him with everything. Poutine, other words that I'm not going to say here, but dude, the guy was a fucking powerhouse. It was just absolutely amazing how, like, he stayed the course, he did his thing, he left us all in the dark, put out the ships, and then we were, like, amazed. Absolutely, dude. Bravo, dude.
Fucking June. June was a busy month. What was it total, including the lockbox and low-buy ships? It was a total of 16 ships.
That and you had a short of a friends, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little mad.
Yeah, well,
Whatever.
Contracts.
Whatever.
But I mean, at least the man is moral, dude. He stuck to it, didn't give in. You know.
Before he even had that opportunity with Cryptic, anything official with them, when he was doing his videos, there would be people who would leave comments either on my channel or his channel that say, "Damn it, Alan, I gotta break out my wallet now and buy this ship."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The common theme with it, we between Reddit and YouTube, every once in a while somebody would drop that comment in there. And that's for the people who commented. So direct sales for those ships that he showcased can be shown. And it's just like, damn.
Well,
they should
I
just
had
give you a
no
remote
personal
job
interest.
to do this.
Yeah, I had no personal interest in the temporal ships until I saw his video. It's like, oh, God damn it. Where's my wallet? Where is it?
And then when he did the whole Defiant one, I'm like, I was kind of on the fence. Now I'm going to have to go on the show and bang my wallet against my microphone. And then, and buy the ship and then yell on Cryptic to go fix the frickin' torpedo issue and then put a 3-piece for the Fed side.
Well, how do you think I feel, dude? I can't get my hands on a frickin' D7 to save my life. After watching that, dude, I don't know what I would do.
Oh my gosh, Mike Perrone! What's going on, buddy?
Odin, any? I don't think you've really talked about any highlights.
Yes, I have.
Personal, I mean.
Well, I already did.
You did.
The best thing of the show was discovering ZEFilms.
That was last year, though, dude.
Right. But it carried over to this year. And then, come on, this year, look at you. I'm riding on your coattails now.
Sorry.
Word? Ain't no shame in my game, man. Come on. But it's just fun times, you know. But I actually got to make it as an agronaut, junior status, but then full status later on. Watching Astro's videos, I actually did try my hand in the beam build, and I did it with the Galax. And then immediately after that, I decided, you know what, I'm going to turn this Galax into a torpedo boat because I can. Which then somehow skyrocketed me in freaking views on YouTube for some strange reason. And then Astro said, you gotta make your videos short and concise and everything else. As I sent him a 3-hour freaking video for him to edit for me. Thanks, by the way.
Yeah. I had to listen to it, so.
You
Good video.
learned more about
Good
torps
video.
than you ever cared to.
I don't know why. I appreciate you guys out there that do torp builds and stuff like that, but I mean, it's it's the story of Don Quixote for me. I mean, seriously, when it comes to torp running, I can't do it, dude. It's a crazy freaking trek. I appreciate you guys for doing it and stuff like that. It's a cool idea, but wow, God bless.
Hey, man, you know it's a labor of love or some stupidness like that.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it if I could switch back and forth and stuff like that, you know, between the skill tree. Like, you know how our ship setup is, quote unquote. If we could do that with the skill tree, like purchase like 2 different skill trees to go back and forth on, that would be great for me. But
Something that we mentioned on the show in July and August.
yeah.
But still, yeah, I mean, but you can make more or less a build. I mean, for a lot of your stuff, you're using the Psi Ultimate anyway, right?
Yeah.
Right, so you could go 2 into probability manipulation, get window and penetration. Yeah, all that penetration there, baby. And then, you know, just don't take probability shell and put that point to max out advanced energy weapon training. So you could have that, you can have your torps, and then fill out the rest in your tactical. Just skip the crit hit for under weapon specialization and go to weapon amplification instead. Go all the way through, and you're covered.
Yeah, I know, I understand that and stuff like that, but I mean, I am a 1-2 wonder. I have other tunes, but they don't have all the other stuff. I mean, there's things that those tunes missed out on that they're really never going to get again. By the way, Phoenix Box, thank you, Cryptic. I love you for that. That was brilliant. But, you know, there's a lot of things those other tunes are never going to get, so I'm not going to roll a whole nother tune to do like a whole nother spec side of things, because I mean, like, as the ships roll out, as things roll out, I'm not going to sit there and respec back and forth. I want to do it one time only. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it for, like, you know, a separate tree. Like, I could switch back and forth like what we do between temporal or intel, etc., etc.
Gotcha. Something to think about, Cryptic. Got another voice saying it.
But seriously, the Phoenix Box, bravo.
Yes, Phoenix
Bravo.
Box was a really good move.
Absolutely wonderful. It was smexy on so many points. I know so many people that were not able to get past ships because they were newcomers or they weren't around, etc., etc. They got them. And if you didn't get them, I don't, you know, sorry, apologize, but you had a chance. Everybody had a chance once again. Brilliant.
I hope they run it more, and they run it more often than some things that they do for special occasions.
Well, no, I think it's fair enough for them to do it once a year like how they did it. I mean, because the whole point of these event ships are for people to be there and be present. So, I mean, if they're just going to do that, it's going to keep people at the events in general. You know, if they just constantly put it out there, you know, so.
What do y'all think about
Huh.
the temporal skill tree itself?
Love it.
Of course you do.
That was a very big chunk of power creep. I think that almost doubled my DPS
Entropic Rider. What?
with everything that's in it.
Just a little bit cray-cray.
Mm-hmm.
And to whoever it is, most likely Borticus, but to whoever it is that was trolling me with that crap, seriously, the one suggestion I said this shouldn't be done because it would just be a bad idea just to add a small amount of hit points to destructible torpedoes and call it a day. That's the worst move you can do. What do? Stick it right in the temporal tree, stick in there and say, oh, we did something for torps. Right there. Right there. Thanks for the troll. Love it. I have a sense of humor. Love you guys. Now where the heck am I going to put fire at will on this damn ship?
Over there.
Okay. As you can see here, I'm working on my Sutherland on my stream here. I don't know if you're streaming live yet, Astro or Zeph.
No.
Okay,
Well,
you're
I'm
chilling.
planning on doing my first stream. I think New Year's Eve.
Oh, so you're
It's
gonna
only
do
gonna be
that.
it's only gonna be a couple hours. My first stream. I just plan on doing like all the elite grounds, all the Borg space. You know, nothing crazy.
Lies.
You know. But I mean, like, you know, I kind of want my friends around and stuff like that. That's why I was taking a head count earlier. Like, who's going to be around New Year's Eve? You know.
So, is there anything new that you guys are going to be doing in the new year in respect to like your channels and that?
Odin?
I'm actually going to be doing something called putting out more videos, believe it or not. I'm going to be sharpening up on torpedo tutorials. I see a lot of people out there who are making torpedo vids, and I just want to make sure that the correct information is out for people so that they don't waste resources on something that won't work for them, or if they expect it to work one way and they were told it would work one way, but it doesn't work right for them on that. You don't have to be a min-maxer, but you have to have the right foundation in order to be able to enjoy the game and enjoy your builds properly. So I'm going to be covering that and, you know, tidying up a couple areas that I missed on the previous videos. Somehow attempt to recapture or even improve upon the fame that the Manticore torpedo tutorial, you know, got. Right now it's at, what, 22,000 views and kicking? And that was released in, what, October?
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts, unheard of for me. You know, I'm not even looking for views, and I just suddenly see that as like, what? Wow. Okay. There is a little project again related with torpedoes that I'm in collabs with a little bit between Zeph, who is my my advisor on all things that has to do with demo record, and Astra, who's been very instrumental in editing and doing some really good production work on some vids. So, well, as soon as I get my script finished up, I'm going to hit those guys and pick their brains out. And, yeah, you know, I'm going to play a zombie a little bit and eat their brains and then learn all their information that they've learned. And then put out some really good, high-quality, very well-produced videos. That's something that my channel does not have. Mostly because I just want to do things raw, live, and as is. And then you'll be able to see everything that happens. But a well-produced video, there's a lot more entertainment value to it. And so you'll be entertained as well as being informed with stuff in the game.
Hmm. How
What
about you, Alan?
No, I think it's your turn, Astro.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do too much more. I mean, other than what I'm doing, I plan on streaming here and there. I started to do a Let's Play. Not a lot of people were like interested in it, like on the science aspect. I took a vote. You know, like people chose science over engineer. You know, I don't think people want to see me do a Let's Play. They want to continue me doing what I do. I'll make funny videos here and there. you know, like I do when I come up with a funny, quirky idea, make a video, makes some people angry for no reason, and other people happy. You know, pretty much it.
Now it's Alan's turn.
Now it's my turn. Well, I did some experimenting. Was it this past week or last week? So the NX skin came out. So I jumped on the Tribble and did that video, and then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should do, like, I saw some comparison photos that people were doing, and just like how I do my videos, it wasn't really giving the entire picture. So I decided to do a video where you're actually seeing non-cinematic version of a video with my voice, which is different. And you get to see right there and then the huge and main differences between old skin versus new skin. So I think going forward, when there's more reskins being done, that's something that I'm going to be doing, giving my input and all that stuff. And I might do that with the newer ships too, where I talk about the design and all that. I might not go into the mechanics and like what I think would be like a really good build for it, because I know that's information that I'm not well versed on. Therefore, I will not try and teach people something I don't know. I know it's uncanny.
How dare you?
I know, right? So that's one thing. I'm thinking about adding more action into the cinematic videos. I think in that video, the last video I did, the old versus new, I had said that I was going to add more action to it, but still stay true to the whole reason why I do the Fresh Out of Space Dock series is to give you up close and personal view of the uniqueness, like the unique parts of the ships. For example, like the NX, the new skin on it. The one thing that the old skin did not have was the shuttle bays. The 4 shuttle bays that were on the underbelly. That is something that's just completely new. So I want to be able to continue showing that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be doing some demo record tutorials as well, so people can get a little bit more familiar with demo record and maybe feel a little bit more comfortable going into demo record and maybe pulling off their own little video or something like that.
Like me.
Hey.
Hey.
And that's all I can really think of for now. I think I might try and get into doing a little bit more Minecraft cinematic video, because I kind of got that figured out, and that's kind of fun to do. I don't know if anybody in the STO community really cares about Minecraft other than people I hang out with, but I like it.
Well, there's quite a few of us. I play Minecraft. Scotty plays Minecraft. Darth Protius plays Minecraft. Yeah. Odin used to play Minecraft, but whatever.
Well, I heard the combat system got a revamp, and I have it updated. I just haven't actually logged in yet.
Yeah. Well, as opposed to, I mean, like, you know, like No Man's Light, I mean, No Man's Sky and stuff like that. Yeah, there was a big update for that and stuff. But, I mean, again, you know, played it a few days, did everything, done. But at least, you know, like with Stowe, there's plenty of things to do. You just gotta, you know, find it.
Well, there's plenty of things to do if you don't mind doing it for the umpteenth time.
True.
I had this feeling, and somebody else had expressed it. I think it was on Twitter. Somebody had said that they really wish that, like, you know, these story blogs that they put out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've been doing them with the K-13 story. Somebody actually said it'd be nice if this story was produced into a mission that we could play and interact with. Because the stories are pretty good. There is some meat and potatoes to them, and they would make good little, even if it was a short, just like 20 minutes to bang out the mission kind of thing, and that's with reading everything. That'd be awesome. Like, that's a lot of content. But I'm not a cryptic employee.
And I'm not a computer guy, so I don't know how to do that.
Don't worry about it.
Actually, because I know there's some folks from the Foundry community in here. Maybe the Foundry guys will take those blogs. So kind of like how I take the ships and make like ship porn. Maybe the Foundry guys can whip up something in Foundry that reflects those blogs, and that will allow the players to play along and actually live the story. Kind of set it up as like a holodeck mission.
Brilliant.
Like how Astro and I were talking about going to the holodeck in Star Trek, and the next thing you know, you're in Minecraft world fishing.
I almost posted that on Twitter last night. Just fishing with a couple of buddies of mine, and then post up the Minecraft photo of us literally fishing. You're like, you're not fishing in real life. Yeah, no, it's a joke. Get over it.
But I do know Foundry. Like, I have tinkered with Foundry and tried making like my own stories in there, and it is quite a bit of work. So I would understand if the Foundry guys were like, I don't know about this. That'd be a lot of work, but it'd be cool to see. If I had the time, I would definitely try it. But fortunately, lately, I don't. But hey.
Anyways.
It would be nice to have more story and stuff.
Well, there is a ton of story in Stow. If you start actually like looking through the Foundry and that, and I think maybe, you know what, Odin, I think a New Year resolution, which is probably going to be our next topic of discussion here, is hook up with the Foundry Roundtable guys and maybe have one or two of them on the show, maybe once a month or something like that, or once every 2 months, to talk about any Foundry missions that people should go out and play, and kind of like not to spoil the story, but kind of tease like what to expect and all that stuff, and maybe help point members of the community in the direction of Foundry. Because even though there is these Foundry podcasts, and I know Admiral Aaron, he did a contest not too long ago for one of his new missions. I think these Foundry missions do need more exposure from a lot of members in the community, and I think that would actually keep people in the community a little bit more engaged with the game, and hopefully coming around a bit more.
I agree with you on that, and that actually was supposed to happen, but unfortunately there was an internal error.
Right, that's right.
Now you remember.
Yeah.
But don't worry, for 2017 we will fix that, re-establish connections, and I'm sure Pax right now, who's in the audience, will be more than happy to say whatever is going on within his realm, and we can advertise that out and say, hey folks, check this out. Go play it. I wish there was... Wait, the console doesn't have Foundry, do they?
No.
Dang, they're missing out. They are really missing out.
Well, maybe one day they'll get it. Just not yet. I don't know that, when and how, but maybe.
Maybe in some dream somewhere. Where everybody is happy. And
where
High
everyone
Space
knows your
Elite, it would
name.
be awesome.
And they're always glad you came.
Yeah,
So-
something like that.
I have a question to you guys. What do you hope for 2017? What do you, Odin, hope for in 2017?
More content, more challenging content that's actually engaging. Something like UAA, but to the next level. More difficulties added to the maps that people play a lot and love. The Borg need their elite versions. High Space Elite needs to revert it back to the elite version. You know what? That bug where they had more resists, bring it back. Because right now, it's a bloody joke. It is a complete and utter joke. Bring back some challenging aspect that'll bring back a lot of players that are right now gone and went to other games. You know, the old goal of keeping everybody's butts to the seats logged into STO is starting to fade a bit more. You know, people who are passionate about this game are looking for another reason to be passionate about this game. Give them one. Give them several. And let them play on it for a while. It actually develop an exploration. I know this is rehashing all the stuff that we've done in STO, but develop an actual exploration system that'll tie into the Admiralty system you've already invested in. And then, you know, say, okay, you got these ships, you've got this here, you've accomplished these missions. Oh, once you go over this system over here that's not properly mapped out on this map here, and then you can start filling that portion in, and then communicate it over to your faction starbase or home planet, and then they can start filling in the rest of that map. It's not that hard to do with this engine. You can do it.
Well, spoiler alert. They're on. I've seen it on Tribble, so it's not a leak that I can really not talk about. But whatchamacallit, they are expanding the Alpha sector. Like, there's Ferenginar, there's the Saurian homeworld. There's I think it was like 12 separate sectors. So there's something coming.
They added 2 new rows of sectors on the map so far.
Yeah.
That's unknown if they're adding anything to the Delta or Beta quadrants as well either.
I think what would be really, really awesome is, and I've said this so many times, Cardassian faction.
Would love it.
And you know Maria wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, she doesn't like him.
Well,
So we should do it anyway.
I love Maria and all, but Maria isn't cryptic. She got to geek out with her favorite TOS stuff. Now it's time to geek out, because there is a lot of DS9 fans at Cryptic.
One of them right here.
And, well, you're not with Cryptic, though. But
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I know there's a lot of employees there who would love to see probably a Gamma Quadrant. We got kind of hinted at that a DS9 revamp is possible, and I think is on the list, but unfortunately is very, very low on the priority list due to other stuff that they have to do, especially with the 8th anniversary coming up next year, February. Is it 7 or 8?
7th.
Too goddamn long. Thought we just did the 7th.
No, because it came out. Oh, yeah, it's 7th because it came out in 2010.
See, I knew there was a good reason for me to name a ship after you, Zerg. Zergopedia. That's right.
I'm trying to remember when we interviewed Bill Roper, because that's when the game was about to come out, and that would have been either late 2009, early 2010 when we did that interview for that podcast. So,
actually, I believe the game was actually originally slotted to come out in like 2003, 2004. It was going to be owned by Sony Entertainment or some shit like that. And then after like a month, it's like, no. And then it sat in limbo for a little while until Atari picked it up. And then that Atari didn't last too long, did it?
Nope.
Those are some rough years.
Yeah.
They rushed it out.
they had to, because they Cryptic had picked up the license so late in its lifetime, and CBS was going to get it back in full if they didn't get it out when they got it out.
I think I need to turn this thing to a pure EPG boat with torpedo to supplement its damage.
Zerg, what do you expect in 2017?
I expect by the end of 2017 it's going to be the gap between science and engineering captains and TAC captains is going to be so vast that it won't be worth playing as science and engineering captains ever.
Well, I'm already working on something that's going to prove you wrong on that, but alright, cool. Have fun with that.
He's not that far off, though.
The gap is already, what, 250,000 DPS, give or take? So it's probably more, probably closer to 300,000.
Mm.
So, I mean, I would love it if Cryptic would do something to, make playing engineer or science captain better, but I mean, their idea of giving a buff to science captain abilities was you get an extra ship with photonic fleet, so instead of doing 900 DPS with it, you'll do 1200. Ooh.
What do you think decoupling tactical... Well, right. I'm just going to go straight to the point. Decoupling attack pattern alpha from interfacing with any of the science abilities would help as far as reducing that vast amount of power creep right there, and simultaneously allowing both engineering and science to have their own variant of attack pattern alpha that'll boost those abilities. Only science abilities or only engineering abilities. That way attack pattern alpha will work for only tactical abilities, and each captain will feel like they are, oh, I'm useful for this specialty because I picked this specialty.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that, but every tactical captain out there would be pissed off to hell.
Not every.
Okay, 99% of them would be.
Yeah, John Number says he will have me banned from all the DPS leagues and have me hunted down and killed for even thinking about that. So, to John, I say, thanks, buddy, but guess what? I'm still suggesting it, and I'll be a staunch advocate for it as well. But I'm sure every single DPS record holder will probably be like, not my attack pattern alpha.
I don't know, some of them wouldn't mind it. Even Spencer wouldn't mind it.
Nah, he still has his feedback pulse cheese.
Because he even realizes how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, he does.
Right.
There comes a point, though, where if you're playing a game and you expect honest competition to be a true measure of skill and ability, and you see how stacked the deck is, you kind of just go, it's not fun anymore. Same thing with PvP. It's like, hey, it's not a measure of skill anymore. It's a measure of how can you cycle through the immunities and stay alive, and then, if they're cycling through immunities, wait for them to make a mistake with their fingers and you win.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, you know how bad immunity cheese can be from trying to PvP me. You know how many times you just see zeros pop up?
Whatever. What I would like to see... Sorry, go on.
It's not immunity cheese even with the way I do it. It's just I have my resistances at 100% or higher. But I'm not telling you how. I put in a bug report for it about 4 years ago. Nothing has happened. Oh well.
You may have to put in another bug report on it again.
At least every 2 weeks.
Don't forget to go on Reddit and complain about how you're not getting any responses.
Yeah, and then get downvoted to hell and back. Oh, sorry. Personal. My bad.
That's all you, buddy. That's all you.
That's on me. But anyways, I like what I want for 2017. I want the groups to stop fighting with one another. Some reason we've all sectioned off into groups. I understand like the medals and numbers channel split and stuff like that, but it's gone even further than that. There's streamers, there's video makers, there's armada leaders. There's this weird that person, this group is bad. Don't listen to them. I would like for that to stop this year. People to have a little bit more open mind, ask questions, understand why somebody says something is bad. Yeah. Educate yourselves. That's pretty much what I want for 2017.
And don't believe somebody just because they made a video.
I agree 100%. Even like my videos or Owen's videos, because we're the only ones in this chat right now, not chat, but video stream, that are, who make those, build video type thing. Question everything, always. Make sure to ask questions. Go to other groups, talk to people. Don't just take one person's advice on it, because it's going to cost you time, grinding, in your wallet.
There is something to be said for people who have this. This is the only way to do something in STO.
Well, yeah, I've been saying that for a long time, and I've gotten accused of being DPS shaming because of it. That's not what I'm going for. I want people to be informed. I want you to go to other groups. I want you to ask multiple people. I want you to do your research. Don't listen to one dude that's going to sit there and say, hey, buy all of these 8 beams, plasma, whatever the hell, that right there, you're going to be on the top of the charts in no time. And that's going to cost them 4 or 5, million upon billion. I mean, it depending on what you're looking for, dude, that's a lot of real life money still in time grinding. Look into it. Find out, ask multiple people what the meta is, what's working, watch videos, read forums, do things, be active when it comes to the game so you are not left out in the cold. Don't just listen to 1 or 2 people, ask everyone, always. That's my advice for 2017, right there. Keep searching.
It would be nice to see all the different, I wouldn't even say factions, but different groups, different, streamers to come together and say, hey, look, we have an audience that, yes, we want to entertain them. Some of them definitely want the views, and that's not a problem. You want to make a YouTube channel to get views and get revenue, that's good. But the first thing that you should be concerned with and ensure that you deliver to your audience is the truth. Whether it is the truth about what you're doing as far as your build, whether it's a build advice, whether it's a personal truth, it should be about the truth. You should have the truth. Make sure your statements are true. If they're not true for whatever reason, don't be afraid to say, hey, look, I messed up here in this. Here's a correction. And we're done.
Agree.
And we'll move on
100%.
with life. People will respect you more for doing that. And trust you more to be able to give the correct information. Because you say, I made a mistake here. I want to give you the proper information here. Here's the correction.
You can't handle the truth. I had to say it.
And please do not attack the person who brought the correct information to you.
Well, no,
it doesn't end well for you.
Well, no, attack everybody. Not attack, but question everybody. Always. Don't just take the one person. Just because you got in the game, joined the fleet up, and there's somebody who's leading it, you gonna sit there and assume that one person knows everything about the game? Undoubtedly. How many fucking fleets are there in this game, to be quite honest? I mean, hundreds? Maybe thousands? I mean, every single one of those people that's at the head of that is an authority on how the game works, the meta, how to DPS, how to PvP, how to roleplay, how to, whatever. Grind for EC. I mean, dude, ask questions. Seriously, ask questions. Whether it's a streamer, a YouTuber, somebody in, ESD chat, zone chat, always question everything. Be a skeptic. There's nothing wrong with that.
And in asking questions, you can find out whether they know what they're talking about or not by how well you can grasp that concept, and then you can see it and test it for yourself. Don't be afraid to test. Don't be afraid to say, oh, well, I've seen this here, here, and here, and I've seen these results when I've actually done this. Now, if you're not one of the people who don't like to test things, don't like to do it, you just want to hop on the game, you want to know what the best build is out there, or whatever build that you can go with that will just get you the numbers and results, so you can go in there and blow up ships and blow up the board, your pickles, and be done with it. There are tons of builds out there for it. You can make a halfway nonsense build like what I've done here and still put out decent numbers and be able to clear content like it's a joke. I'm barely using, 1/3 of the powers I have on this ship right now, and easy stuff is easy. I'm going to go into a freaking ISA right now and then see what this, hodgepodge of gear is going to do. But with that, question, how are you doing this? Why are you activating in this ability at this point in time here? Why not do it somewhere else? Why use probability manipulation over frenzy? Which cases should you use frenzy over probability manipulation? Why is the engineering ultimate so bad? Those questions should be asked all the time if you don't know. And then when you can boil down, what is fiction from what is truth, take the truth and make your own builds out of it. And don't be afraid. Yes, the meta is there, but there are other builds that are off meta that would still do well. Maybe not top tier elitist 0.01% well, but you will get into the top 5%. If you want that. If you want that.
Well, dude, like what I do my builds and stuff like that, I don't expect people to do 200 plus K. That's not the point of the builds. The point of the builds is piloting and the potential of the build. Because, even though I may show a record run of 222K run, I probably ran it 5 to 10 times, averaging like 160 to 180 to all the way up until that point. It's not what it is. When I show something, I'm showing something impressive because it was a perfect storm, and it was because of pugs, because of how the pugs interacted with the map, so where I can interact with the spheres or the cube or anything like that at a certain amount of time. It's about just synergy. It just the potential of a build. Don't take my word on it whatsoever, ever. Ask questions. Go around, look at other streams, look at other videos, question everything in the game.
But, all right, here's a genuine bona fide question here, though. Who do you go see as a source? Who do you check against, Astro Zombie's video?
Me, personally, like when I hit a wall with something I don't personally know, there's only one person I go to be quite honest. I talk to people and stuff like that, but there's only one person I go to, and that's Spencer, aka SOB or Sab or whatever you want to call him, or God King Donald Trump. It's just that's my one person. I listen to you, Odin. I listen to Alan. I listen to Scotty even and stuff like that. But I mainly test everything out for myself. When I hit a wall with something, I go to Spencer. That's my go-to. But I ask questions all across the realm.
The thing is, for the guy trying to get his, or gal trying to get his their DPS up, look at the commonalities between people who actually do DPS.
Well,
and you will have an idea of what you should be doing, at least the big things.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure your weapon power is set above 50.
If you're using energy weapons, yes.
Try to use either all of the same type of energy with matching tactical consoles, or make sure you're using like all beams with beam consoles. One of those two. It doesn't matter really.
Meh, I say go off meta.
Make sure you're, actually within range of targets. Learn how to fly quickly between things. That gives you a lot of the way there. That'll definitely put you above the 10K mark that so many people seem to not be able to cross.
Well, I stuck at.
I average between 50 and 60.
Yeah. I mean, and then all of a sudden you got thrown over. Why? How? Do you mind?
Because I invested in trade.
That way, it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Do that. That's fine. And nobody's sitting there telling you you have to do over, 25K. But to be good at a game, you have to be progressive. You have to keep moving. Nobody wants to just be, I'm here. I mean, who would sit on Baltic Avenue on Monopoly and just be like, I own this, I'm good. I'm happy, it's fine. I'll just sit here. Everybody keeps spinning around me. Park Place is taken. Oh, yeah. You see
Some
what I'm
people,
saying?
honestly though, some people actually just enjoy running around the board and seeing if they could dodge paying anybody.
But see, that's the point, though. I mean, there's only 3 space DPS maps. There's ISA, HSE, and CCA. Those are the only 3, but yet we hear such a backlash of people that complain about DPS. It doesn't apply to the other maps. I mean, yeah, DPS it kind of does, but there's not a set standard to the other map. But, I mean, like, you go into an ISA, and you do your normal thing. You hit the cube, go to left, go to the right, and somebody cusses you out because you did 150K and they only did 15K. That seems to be an ongoing thing. I actually have multiple screenshots of these from me and other people. It just...
Oh yeah, you and I got called a dick the other night.
Mm-hmm.
That was new for me.
Yeah. But the point, when you go into those maps and stuff like that, without a team, not in order. Hold on a second, sorry.
And this wasn't starting out to be a rant, but this is just observations that we've seen and experienced, and we're saying, this is supposed to be a game, and people are going to come in here, and we want to do good. You don't have to be top tier or you fail, but do good. Try.
No,
Even if you're not like the top dog in DPS, though, you're trying, you're putting forward a good effort. You have a build that you want, but you want to say, you know what, I want to be able to produce in these maps that I'm going into. You can do that.
I stopped ranting and stuff like that because you put in the parts and the text-to speech kept going on. I was trying to turn it off.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I have it set up to like that for Yvette and stuff. But I mean, but to go back to the ranting and stuff like that, it just guys, let it go. I mean, we enjoy 3 maps. You guys can enjoy all of them. I mean, I don't understand the hatred that keeps, like, flowing back and forth and stuff like that, dude. DPS is your thing, it's cool. Join in, have fun. I don't understand why you have to curse at people. I understand it because it goes back the other way. There are people who quote-unquote DPS and DPS shame. They sit there, curse at people for being bads, being noobs, etc., etc. Not cool. It's both ways, man. 2017. Let's stop that shit. Seriously. I mean, Start being adults.
Adults.
Yeah, adults. Did I say a bad word?
Fucking triggered.
Oh, God. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Just the hippie in me, man.
I've done too much adult these past couple of weeks.
What we do, dude.
I need Ernest in this thing here because I cannot for the life of me get used to science, and well, obviously I'm not even using science abilities that should be boosting this sucker.
Well, yeah,
I should
dude.
be using control expertise and all this fun stuff here.
Well, I know science, but I don't know torp, so Ernest's your boy, dude. I'm just saying. Or, Proteus, but Proteus is off on hiatus on, SWTOR. That's his, yeah. That's what he's doing right now.
Chilling out, taking a break. Don't blame him.
No, screw that, dude. It's Star Trek or nothing. You can't do Star Trek and Star Wars at the same time. You can't. You can. I'm joking. You can. You can do both. You can do whatever you want.
Whatever. I need like an 8-button thumb mouse.
Except for
on top of
WoW.
the other 3
You
buttons.
can't do WoW. You can't do WoW and play Star Trek or Star Wars. You can't do WoW.
Kiss my black behind. Anyway. Oh yeah, Cam, you're listening. Yeah, my monk, which I don't have, by the way. No, your monk cannot out DPS my paladin. Nee. Bye.
Get out of here with that shit.
Wow.
Triggered.
I'm pretty sure you called Odinite in the show there, Zerg.
Wow. You gonna insult me on my show?
Yep.
Anyway. That's cool.
Wow, I think the power went to your head.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's all that power creep.
I'm gonna create my own Discord, and puppies are allowed, and What?
Oh,
What?
We're tripping. Inside jokes
joke.
and all, we're tripping. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna officially wrap up the end of this show for 2016 here. Yeah, obviously.
Sorry
chill.
for ranting.
That's alright. We're not gonna kill any puppies. That's nice.
No. Actually, we don't kill puppies. We take them in. That's what we do.
We take puppies. And we raise them. We nurture them. And they come out like bulldogs.
So anyways, in this show and stuff like that, in the comments below, after it's posted on YouTube and stuff like that, let people know, are you going to be here for New Year's Eve? Let me know.
I'm going to try to be, but I'm probably going to get snowed in.
Well, I'm definitely going to be. I'm definitely going to be and stuff like that because I have to take care of my son and a few other things and stuff like that. So, yeah. I'm going to be here. Who's coming with us?
Okay, so I got to do this because, it's 2016. I've also done this at the beginning of the year. I'm probably going to do it in 2017, the beginning of the year after I've already done this. But, I just got to do it because it's Cisco. Give me a moment.
Hold on. I have to turn down the volume.
Oh, no, I'm not yelling.
Before you do that, are we going to be on, whatchamacallit, next week or no?
No, not next week. This is it. We'll see everybody in 2017. On a semi-irregular schedule with regular broadcast times.
With hopefully more content that we can talk about.
Exactly.
Every week. Every week. If I have it, every week.
Well, we need more content to go through every week. We're probably going to end up doing more builds than anything else on that. Just help out some people who are coming up with build questions, whether inside or outside of STOBuilds, which will keep redirecting people over to STOBuilds. Speaking of which, did you hear MZ is retiring and all the source code for the build converter? It's going to be made available, but somebody's going to have to pick up the mantle on that.
So wait, a wizard is retiring and magic is out there? Is that what I heard?
Something like that, yes. You know that you remember when people were complaining that, hey, the STO Academy builds is not viewable by everybody because they don't want to use a modern browser or something like that, and they want to see it all in text format for the template that they have in STO builds? Well, MZ made a converter in C# that will take the STO Academy builds and convert it into the template. And this thing works miracles. But it's going away, and like all the source code is just going to be made available, and it's on GitHub. So make your own fork if you want to take over the project. And hosting, we're trying to see if we can work something out to be able to get hosting up for the actual bot itself. But the source code does need to be updated whenever STO Academy does any updates, or if the build template gets updated as well. So if anybody's good at C#, here's the call. We'll put you out, post in STO builds. We'll put the link below, especially to the thread. Dude done some great work. Well, we need somebody else to carry on that legacy. And here's the call to say who's going to be able to step up to the plate and take this legacy and bring it forward to 2017. And with that, so, I lied. I cheated. I bribed men to cover the crimes of other men. I'm an accessory to murder. But the most damning thing of all is, I think I can live with it. And if I had to do it all over again, I would. Garrick was right about one thing. A guilty conscience is a small price to pay for the safety of the Alpha Quadrant. So I will learn to live with it. Because I can live with it. I can live with it. I can. Computer, erase that entire personal log.